Look, it's true that there's many different beliefs that you could have, so how do you work out what beliefs matter? After all, Daniel, that ancient prime minister 2,600 years ago, survived many crises because of what he believed. His first belief, he believed there was a God, then he cared for his help. But how can one know there's a God? I mean, Ben Ray thinks there could be 6 reasons why you could believe in God.
Today I want to talk to you about 6 reasons to believe in God. Many people would like to believe in God, but they wonder if they can be an intelligent and thinking person and still believe in God. The great news is, if anyone's willing to give a fair analysis to the evidence, there's more than enough intelligent reasons to believe in God. I'm going to give you 6 reasons. The first reason is called the Kalam cosmological argument. That's a fancy name, but it simply means that everything that exists has to have a cause. Now, the universe exists, so what caused it? Let's say, for argument's sake, you believe in the Big Bang Theory. Even then, you've got to ask the same question. What caused the Big Bang Theory? One argument is to say that, well, there's an all-powerful God who's outside of time and space, and he created the Earth and the whole universe. The other argument is just to simply say, well, we don't know, or it just popped poof into existence. So as a thinking person, you've got to ask yourself the question, which option seems more reasonable to you? A second reason to believe in God is the existence of ethics and morals. Where did they come from? If we were just a product of evolution and chance, how do you explain the moral compass that's inside of every single person? We all know that things like murder and rape are really, really bad. And we all know things like kindness and honesty are really, really good. Where does this come from? One argument is to say that, well, a loving creator God implanted a soul in each person with his benchmark for right and wrong. The other argument is just to simply say, I don't know where they came from. So again, as a thinking person, you've got to ask what seems more reasonable to you. The third argument is the fine-tuning of the universe for supporting human life. One argument is to say, well, that's no surprise. God intended the earth to be inhabited by humans, so he made it that way on purpose. The other argument is just to simply say, well, it's the biggest fluke ever. Isn't it amazing? So again, you've got to ask yourself the question, what seems more reasonable to you? Our fourth reason is the fulfillment of Bible prophecy. Now, we're looking at the book of Daniel, and there's Bible prophecies in chapter 2, 7, 8, and 9 that all foretell world events hundreds of years in advance before they happen. That makes us face a real question. How is that possible? Perhaps a creator God outside of time and space put that all in place. Or second of all, we could just say, well, that was chance. So you've got to ask what seems more reasonable to you. The fifth reason to believe is the evidence for Jesus Christ's resurrection in history. There's actually so much evidence for this, and you can learn about it in William Lane Craig's website called reasonablefaith.org. That's reasonablefaith.org. Or you could read The Case for Christ by Lee Strobel. In fact, this is so much evidence that it alone is enough for many people to believe that God exists. And the sixth and final reason that I'll give you is because you can experience God for yourself. In fact, hundreds of millions of people around the earth experience God in their lives. And that's a great reason to believe in him, because you've experienced him. All you have to do is ask God to come and be in your life right now. And remember, if you want something different, you're going to have to do something different.
Yeah, thanks, Ben. And it is true that belief in God is important, but remember the story of Daniel in the Old Testament. He cared for his health also.